Hello, you sexy true art believers. How are you doing today? This is Pierson here. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and I hope you're doing well. You're watching 400 Days of Drawing, and it is day 397. And you know the deal. Monday through Wednesday, I do gesture drawing basically. So just like yesterday, I'm going to be doing some 1 minute gesture drawings, and then I'm going to graduate. I think I'm going to do 10 1 minute gesture drawings, and then graduate to 3 minute gesture drawings. Normally, I do 2 minutes and then I go to 5 minutes, but lately I've been kind of feeling doing 3 minutes. That way, I can get a little bit more drawing out of this drawing session, and also when I do a 5 minute drawing, I don't feel like I'm getting as much out of it. I think I can get just as much work or just as much work done using doing a 3 minute drawing as opposed to as I would with a 5 minute drawing. So let's get today's drawing started, shall we? Bye. All right. I got my handy dandy website up. I'm gonna set up the female, the women. You're gonna draw some chicks today. What? I don't think people like being called chicks. That reminds me of that's like a bird, like a cheep, like a little chicken. I don't know why they call it. What was the reason why they call it that way? Like that was like the slang word for that. I'm sure there's some slang like a reason why that like even started. Anyway, that's so stupid. That's so dumb. All right. Oh my gosh. Well, is it like I've heard like a skit one time where like some comedian was making a skit about hitting on women, and he's like, we're gonna get some chicks, dog. Gonna get some chicks. And the guy's like, what do you mean, like chicken? You're gonna go? Like, what do you mean? We're gonna go to KFC? I don't know. I just remember vividly that phrase from some comedy skit or comedy act, and I don't know. I don't remember vividly the comedian. I just remember that phrase. All right, let's begin. I'm out here. I'm just like bouncing back and forth. All right, layer 15, and let's start. And lo and behold, I get my most favorite thing to draw, a lying down pose. I don't like lying down poses, by the way. They're the brood of my. So we're just gonna. This is a 1 minute drawing. I don't like lying down poses because I can never fit them in the frame. So, and usually for a lying down pose, it takes me a while to kind of really, I don't know, establish the form, establish the drawing, really. So, we're just going to kind of fiddle with it for this minute, and I'm not going to expect anything because it's already more than halfway done. We're already about halfway done with the time, and it's basically the beginning of the drawing session. And because there's a few other things that are bugging me with this one, is like it's all in cast shadow, so it's slowing me down. Anyways, that is it. I really didn't get anything done because this is 1 minute. What do you expect, right? What do you expect on a 1 minute drawing? You expect like miracles. I think that's one. There's this like all right, because I'll spend more time talking than actually drawing sometimes. So we're just gonna kind of we're gonna like do the neck, gonna do the torso, and do the leg area here, and then do another leg, and then another leg, and then get the arm here. And we're just basically establishing like these block forms, like doing like a stick figure that you're gonna add meat and sinew and muscle to it, and so forth. Now she's got like a little drape here. I don't know if this is a good idea to put this here at this time, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And that was probably, I regret that. That was some moves that I shouldn't have done. Anyways, going to get that torso in, and going to do the leg really quickly like this, and this part right here. And it did it. All right. And that's it for that 1 minute gesture drawing. All right. And we're going to go ahead and put the head in there as a block, and then have the neck, move here, and then get the angle of the shoulder, get the angle of the torso, like right here, and then we're going to maybe do like the angle of the leg and so forth, and get this kind of tilted this way, like that. Move it like that, this and that, this and that. Get her arm in here that is wrapped around her leg, and then you can get this hand shape here. And then her back arm is tilted back, is lying back right here. So it's kind of doing arm things. And that's all I'm going to get done for 1 minute, which is actually not bad, in my opinion. Now, here's another one. Let's get the head in there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I feel like I'm too far away. I feel like I have to squint just to get the head in there as a block form, and then a line to dictate, like show the angle of the neck a little bit, and then we're going to get the angle of the shoulders or the clavicle, and we're going to do a line to kind of dictate the center, maybe, and let's get the torso. Let's do a block form for the torso, and then another line to kind of dictate the pivot of the hips. And we're running low on time. And let's kind of move real quick and kind of put like some cylinder forms here to kind of express like where the angle of things are going, and get the arm here, and then boom. So not a lot done, but I'm trying to establish a system, like a drawing system right now, and I need to reaffirm the head. The head needs to be prominent in my drawing system, and I tend to ignore the head. So this is the neck, and then the action line for the torso, and we're going to make another action line for like the buttocks, and going to continue on, have the action line for the legs here, like this, and then another torso like twist here. And we're just going to do an action line for the arm, and then another action line for the other arm right here. And there we go. Now let's go ahead and add maybe some shape, or try to get some shape in there. I'm running low on time, so I'm not going to get a lot done. And there you go. It's actually, that's not bad. That's a pretty good, quick 1 minute gesture drawing. All right. Now another for the head. Let's draw the head. Let's get the head in there as a block, right? Like that. Get the neck in here. The thing that expresses the clavicle. And we're going to do some action lines here to kind of express like the pivot of the hips and the torso. And we're going to do a line to kind of express the angle of the foot, and then the other leg to kind of express the other angle of the foot. This one's, by the way, is a very dark photo. I can't see where everything's going. Like this whole side here is all in cast shadow. So all I see is a silhouette. And so that makes it kind of difficult when you're drawing like these forms. You're like, where is everything? Like that's what you're kind of wondering when you're doing these drawings. Not a bad start for a 1 minute drawing. Okay, now the head again. We're just going to do a blocky like head. Actually, here's something I've been meaning to do, is do something like this. A blocky like head, like that. And we're going to do a line to express the pit of the neck, and another line to kind of express the clavicles. And we're going to do the angle to express the side of the torso a little bit. Another angle to kind of express like the curve of the hip. And we're going to just kind of put some lines here and do some shapes to kind of express like motion, or express the shape of the legs here. The leg actually goes off the frame. I need to close Discord because I have things going crazy. That would have been a good one, but now what I have is I have this I have Discord going on in the background, and it is going bananas. I need you to stop. And where is it? It's not even on the window. Okay. Oh my gosh. Uh, there we go. I quit Discord. Gosh, it took me a minute. I'm sorry about that. It was definitely annoying. Like it was like popping up everywhere. There's things popping up on my screen. I can't have that happening while I'm drawing. This would have been a good photo to work with too, because there was like a lot of cool action, or not cool action, but there's some foreshortening there, and there's some nice like angles happening here. But anyways, that's it. I'm gonna get for that one. Let's get the head in, the relative angle of the head. Let's actually get the height first. And then we're going to have the head kind of do something like this, little head thing. And then her neck kind of tilts here. And then the clavicle. And then we're going to do some strong angles to express the pivoting of the torso. Like this. And then lines to kind of express the angles of the legs. Her other leg is kind of straight. Her arm is behind here, and then her other arm kind of does something like right here, and it kind of drapes out right here. All right. And this is a good start for a 1 minute drawing, right? Because I have established like relative like positioning of the form. That's a good start. I don't really think I don't have enough time to really get any farther than that, because as you can see, that's been 1 minute. And this was a more complex form, so I'm going to do it's going to be like a ball. Let's just kind of do a ball shape to kind of get an idea of where I'm placing this figure. And we're going to do the head here like that, and let's kind of do something like this. And then there's this, her head goes into this little clavicle area. This is a difficult pose, by the way. She's in a ball, like literally it's a top-down photo. You're looking down on her. It's like an aerial photo. And you see she's just there's a lot of overlapping. So what makes a difficult like figure to work with is if there's a lot of like overlapping of forms, and because especially if you don't know where everything goes, it can make things difficult. And when you have a lot of overlapping of forms, it's what makes it also difficult is if you have you don't have a lot of time to work on it. Like if you're doing 1 minute and you're trying to compress all this information in that time frame, it's just not going to happen, right? So that was okay. So now we're going to move to 3 minutes. We're going to do a few of those. I don't know, 3, 6, 9, maybe about like six, maybe six of them. I might get about 6 done, 5 to 6. So we'll see. And let's go ahead and start this one. All right. So again, you want to treat it like just like a 1 minute drawing. You do. You want to so you do a block like shape for the head. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then there's this area right here that's going to be like the neck. I don't see that neck. I just assume that it's there. And then we're going to do some quick little motions to kind of express some of the forms that I'm seeing here. And so we got like she's legs here. And then something like that. We can kind of express this, and then we get this arm. There's arm sweeping here. I probably have it too far out. Probably need to bring it in a little bit like that. And something like this, kind of shape it in. All right, so I think I got some forms here that I can work with. So what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of add a little bit of volume to these forms for this 3 minute time frame, right? We're not going to really get a lot done, but we just want to add some quick volume. We'll see what happens. I hate saying that. I say it all the time because there's things that always when I'm drawing, there's things that can invariably like sway me. So like if my mind's elsewhere, you know, I can if my mind is elsewhere, sometimes there's the drawings can be a little bit bleh. All right. So let's kind of do some lines here to express the forms. She also has her other arm going up right here. I kind of omitted that, and it goes up, comes off the frame there. Um, Something like that. I haven't addressed her breast at this moment, and I don't know if I'm going to get to that point because I just want to get some of this area kind of done. Notice that I made the knee like a block. That's just a little thing to kind of consider when you're doing the figure. Make it a little bit blocky. That can help, by the way. Let's see, kind of. She's got a little like leotard thing right there, and I don't have a lot more time to really work on it. So we're just going to add like some form to kind of express the relative contour of the breast, right? And then a little bit to kind of express that lat. Then maybe another area. I don't know. I don't have enough time to work on that. And then maybe a little quick thing to kind of express the foot. That was good. Not a bad one. Not a bad 3-minute drawing. I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with how that came. All right. So I have a standing pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some markers here to kind of, just going to add some markers to establish the relative height. It's a side pose. So we're going to add a kind of do like a block head again. I've been trying to establish this idea of doing a block head, like blocky heads. I don't know why. It's just something I was reading, and I'm like, I need to do that more often. I know that it should be a thing that I should be doing all the time, but I just don't. I just don't do it. Like her leg, probably need to shrink down the body a little bit so that I can. I don't know. And get the arm in because she's kind of like me holding her hands, and then there's other arms kind of doing arm things here. She's like deliberating. Miss, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know her thoughts. And let's see here, kind of, and I don't know. It feels like the something like that. I guess I'm exaggerating here. Um, I didn't get that foot correct, but that's fine. Let's get let's shrink it down real quick. I have enough time to shrink down the body and move it in a little bit more and press B. And I can add a little bit of shape to her arm here. I'm a little sloppy, but that's okay. And then a little bit of shape to kind of the forearm, and then maybe something to kind of express the angle of the hands. Oh, that looks kind of funny. It looks like that looks more like how you would see a Dr. Seuss hand. That's not good. You don't want to be drawing Dr. Seuss hands for when you're drawing the figure. And here, her other arm right here. I'm running low on time, so let's kind of do a negative shape for the head, where you're just kind of expressing like how you see her hair. Give her like that, and then I'm getting a little heavy, but that's fine. Okay, I made her head a little big and her legs a little short, and that I tend to do that often, especially in on these digital drawings. I struggle to maintain like the scale, and the reason why is it's for a few reasons. I'm spending 3 minutes, and I'm my my like my primal like dumb brain wants to is starting to see like that I have not a lot of time to work on this, and so like it's trying to expedite the activity or expedite things, and it shouldn't be doing that. It should be it just tries to make things go faster, and you have to constantly fight that and say, you know what, you have a lot of time, just kind of move, keep the pencil moving, and oftentimes it works out. But most of the time, a lot of times, I'm just like, oh no, I don't have a lot of time. What do I do? Oh no, I gotta get this drawn. I'm like, I've been doing this forever, and I'm still like worried about whether or not I'll have enough time to finish the drawing. Like, I shouldn't be worried about that. It's like I should just kind of take my time, and I don't want to say take my time, because if I do, then I'm never going to increase my like the speed that to which I'm doing things. Um, so there's like fabric here. I'm just kind of like drawing like stuff here to kind of like fill, because you don't see her legs, you just see like her torso and blah blah blah. Um, Gosh, these models are really thin. Kind of put this torso here. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna get this. This is not going to be a good one, by the way. I've already established that. It's going to have to keep working on it, and then hope that it kind of pans out. I've noticed that I need to push this torso in a little bit. I made her breast and her arm, like this arm needs to be pushed in, either or one of either the arm or the torso, like the chest needs to be pushed in. Um, I don't know. And her legs just kind of disappear in this area, and so forth. And then her torso, I can't tell. This whole area is dark. Blah blah blah. Anyways, we're gonna add some shadow here just for fun, because I don't have a lot of time. And it's make fart noises. And this one's a good one. I like this one. I think I'll like it. So let's go ahead and do let's this is gonna be, we're gonna do some action lines here so I can get an idea of placement a little bit. Maybe move it right here. Yep. Press B, and we're gonna do some action lines. Get the head in. Now it's gonna do some action lines, kind of get an idea of placement here before I. All right, and we're gonna get this and. Just kind of scribble it out there. All right, so now let's go ahead and focus on getting that head in there. It's a head right here, and then there's this neck here, clavicle, and then the torso we're gonna draw as a like circle, and then we're going to draw there we go, something like that. I don't know. This is a complex pose, and so there's a lot of things that I'm looking at the moment. I'm just trying to figure out what area I need to go tackle first, because I oftentimes when there's a complex pose, I just kind of like the formula, like the drawing formula, could just kind of like goes to the wayside. I'm like, oh no, I just gotta get the drawing in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like this, kind of do something like that. Give the blocking knee on purpose. This other leg kind of comes down right here behind, and then I made that off. Who cares? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Oh yeah, I'm out of time. I'm running out of time actually. So we're just gonna kind of do this. This is one of those drawings of like figure drawings that I have to have a good 10 minutes to kind of fiddle around with. And by fiddle around with, I mean like literally fiddle around with it just to kind of get the forms in there. I can't do it on a 3-minute drawing. And I think this is gonna be my last one. Yeah, it's we're at 26 minutes, so let's go ahead and we're gonna we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna still establish the head, but we're gonna do like an angle here, a little angle here for the head, and then we're gonna do an angle here for the clavicle, the other clavicle, and then the angle for the torso, or like the center line of the torso, so it kind of pivots out a little bit and it dips in this way. And then the hip, we'll do like a, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something here. There's gonna be something occurring. And then the leg. This is the leg kind of does something like this. This other leg sweeps back. Her arm drapes down like this. This other arm is behind. It's kind of doing something like this, and kind of her arm kind of grazes her hand, kind of is lightly touching her side there. Um, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly add some form here, or try to add like shape. So we're gonna just treat her torso, looking at like a cylinder type shape for the bicep and the forearm and stuff. And then there's something like that. This leg actually is more like that. And this leg kind of does something like this. And then there's this area right here. And then there's a something like that. I don't remember. I don't know the names right now. I'm just trying to get uh the drawing in a semblance of like some semblance of order in the time frame. So like half the time, if I was spending like 30 minutes on a drawing on one drawing, and I don't know, maybe that might be something I need to do. Although I would find I can't seem to do it digitally. Like if I was doing it in charcoal, I wouldn't have as much a problem. So I tend to struggle on digital formats. So, and that's the whole premise of doing these live streams, is to kind of improve um, in my digital art, and improve just doing art digitally. And so the only way you can do that is just by doing it, just practicing it digitally. And I think I'm going to stop the session. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to work on this drawing a little bit more for about 30, 40 seconds, because I'm just going to work on this one a little bit more. I want to kind of get some of this there, get that, yeah, just kind of move some. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. And let's see, get that torso kind of like this, pivoting it inward a little bit, and then her belly button, her belly button, or as my little girl would say, belly button, my belly button, my belly. That's so funny. They like use um a soft L, right? So I'm just gonna spend a little bit more on this. I'm gonna spend like a few minutes more just for fun. Not a lot more. Just gonna kind of play around here and just add some things here and there. Maybe maybe shrink it down a second. Yeah, and then move it a little bit here, and then press B. Let's go ahead. Let's just do something that I think is probably going to help it. Just kind of add like an ear shape. Um, we're going to add the like. Let's add like the contour of her hair, I guess, like that, maybe. And maybe like a line to express the angle of the eyes and such. Maybe round this out. Maybe even add a shape to kind of express the nose, something like that. I gave her deltoids are not that massive, but that's okay. Sometimes it's good to exaggerate, so that it just it's. I think it's a good thing to exaggerate from time to time. It is a good thing. It's not like a bad thing to do that. I think it's good practice because I think the reason why when you exaggerate the forms, it makes it feel more solid. You know, just kind of do something like this. And they're gonna do let's do like something like this kind of. And maybe let's express the the arm here that you can't really see. Mm, my brush is too big. So let's go ahead and do this. And then we're gonna, yeah. So that her arm is there, and um, there's a lot of like compression of the hand. And I don't know. I don't think I have enough time to mess with that. And it's about we're spending a little bit too much time on this one. All right, I think I'm done for the day. But sometimes when you have a little bit extra time throughout the day, it's always good to be able, like I have a little bit of more free time today than what I normally have. So it's nice to be able to spend some of that free time to do a little bit of a longer live stream or to spend a little bit more time on the figure study. So this turned out to be more like a 6-minute study as opposed to a 3-minute. So that was kind of fun. All right, so let's P22. That's a terrible 2. Let's do that again. 22, and it is day 397. My handwriting's awful. 397. Alrighty, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. Tomorrow, I'm going to be working on, oh my gosh, a grid portrait. Yep, working on my grid portrait for the next 3 days after that. Hopefully, I'll get more squares done than I did prior to that. But I'll be happy if I'll get 3 to 5 squares done. Maybe if I could get 6 to 8, that'd be great. That kind of rhymed, not on purpose. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. And you, my friend, you keep it classy. Cheers.